Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public to get the best price for their antiques and valuables. They get a choice. You can sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
250. No. I can't be that far away.
Now, if I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say reject that offer. Have a gamble, go to auction. Hopefully, we will get you a little bit more money. Today, the show comes to you from St. Albans. There's a great crowd of people. They've queued since early this morning. They really want to do business. They want to lock horns with our dealers. They want to walk away with the real deal.
The dealer's den's heaving today, so best not hang around. Let's get over to Simon Schneider's table, where he's in for a treat with Dawn's cast iron head.
I bought it from a car boot sale in Hemel Hempstead for 30 quid, but I'm not going to tell Simon that. I'm hoping to get at least a couple of hundred.
I haven't got a clue what I'm going to offer for this. Never seen anything like it before, but I definitely want it, and it's got to come back to Brighton with me today.
Ooh, someone's keen.
Now, Dawn, you've bought in something quite unusual, haven't you?
I have.
How did this end up in your possession?
I bought it at a car boot sale.
Right. And do you know what it is?
I believe it's off of Madeira Walk in Brighton, and there's quite a few of them every few feet.
Well, it's actually Madeira Drive in Brighton, it's called.
Okay.
And it's the promenade that runs along the seafront from the Palace Pier to Kemp Town in Brighton. And it's a very elaborate series of arches, which are all made from ironwork. So I think it was built originally about 1795. And this is Neptune, and he is, as you say, one of many features that are actually along the arches, and there's quite a few of them. Quite how this one has parted from the arches and ended up here is anybody's guess. I think obviously because it's on the sea air and everything rots the metalwork, they've been replaced and things like that. And it's quite nice for me because I'm a Brightonian.
Okay.
And I live in Brighton, so I know the area very well. And it's an unusual thing to find.
Very nice.
It's made of cast iron, and I guess it could date anywhere from, you know, sort of the late 18th century right through to, I think they've probably had to reproduce these again and again over the years. Okay. Well, I think this should definitely come back to Brighton with me.
Okay.
So I would like to buy it, and I'm going to make you a tempting offer for it. I'm going to say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, £140.
It's not enough.
Not enough?
Not enough.
It's quite a hard thing to put a value on, to be perfectly honest with you, because I've certainly never had one before, but I think there is definitely a market for it, because I think you're attracted to it, weren't you? I think it's a really attractive thing. And because of the history attached to it with Brighton as well, it does make me want it even more. £160 on... Look, let's see what David thinks about your car boot find.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you what the independent valuers say. They say 250 to 350, 2 to 3. Now, can you do better in the auction than 200? Maybe, a possibility. Maybe it's 250, but maybe not. So I'm going to say it's my opinion that we send this back with a Brighton man.
Back to where it started off life?
Back to where it started. Cash is king during these rather difficult times, and I'd be taking his money.
Thank you, David. Right, Dawn, £160. Does it show you a good profit?
It does.
Shake my hand then. Got a deal?
Deal.
Go on, I've got to ask you now, what did it cost in the boot sale?
30 quid.
Oh, well, you've got a great profit on it.
I have.
You've got £160. I'm taking it back to Brighton. Everybody's happy. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Well done, Dawn. Now it's time for our next deal on Ian Towning's table, where Maria and her vintage clock eagerly await.
I bought today a clock like a sun, and I'm the fan #1 of this program. The best.
Oh, thanks, Maria. But will Ian be as big a fan of your clock?
And where are you from, Maria?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil?
Yes.
And so you brought us this starburst clock.
Yes. Shine like you.
And it shines like me?
Yeah.
I hope so. And how long have you had the clock? Did you bring it from Brazil?
No, I bought here, but about 1 year ago.
1 year ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's from the 1950s, 1960s, more like 1950s, okay? It's an English-made clock by a company called Met Mac, okay? The name is up there on the top, okay? And then it says made in England here, so we know it's definitely English. There's a market for people who collect this period because in the more modern houses, they go for this more modern look, you know, and it's quite a modern look. And it works okay? Does it work okay?
Yes, okay, it's fine.
You've been using it and it's
Yes,
no
no problem.
problem. Did you clean it?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Only sometimes. Okay.
Only
If I say 20 pounds, would you sell it to me for 20 pounds?
so difficult to think about this. More.
You want more?
More.
Oh, everybody likes more.
Yes.
But you want a lot more or a little bit more?
A lot more.
A lot. A lot more. Okay. Another 10 pounds. I'm going to pay you 30 pounds. Are you happy with 30 pounds?
Not much. Happy. But okay.
You're happy to sell it to me for 30 pounds?
Yes.
You're sure?
Sure.
Shall we shake on it? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank
you.
for bringing
Thank
it
you.
up. Thank you. What I'm going to do with it, God only knows.
I'm really happy. I will buy some caipirinhas. Yes!
That's Brazil's national cocktail to you and me. Have one on us, Maria. Now, on to Karen Delmeni for her first deal of the day. Will she go potty over this Beatrix Potter collection?
Tell me all about it.
Well, my grandparents bought me one for every birthday and every Christmas from when I was born till I was 17. And now it's time for them to go.
So 2 a year?
2 a year.
For 17 years? Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you think about them? Do you like the figures?
I like some of them.
Yeah, which
some
are your
prettier than
favourites?
others. I like this one. I
Yeah.
like that one. So.
Oh, fantastic. We've all been brought up on Beatrix Potter stories, haven't we, and loved them. And she was a wonderful lady. And Frederick Warne was the company. And I think on the bottom of these, if I just pick this one up, we should see the name Frederick Warne. They held the copyright. And Royal Albert is that one. So we've got Beswick and Royal Albert here, haven't we?
I believe there's 20 Beswick and 14 Royal Alberts.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So they're all basically sort of 80s, 90s, and possibly into 2000 as well, aren't they?
I think so.
So it makes them quite new, but they're such a wonderful collection. I'll have a go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, £200, Stephanie.
No.
No,
Not
you're
even
quite adamant
close.
about that, aren't you? Okay, let's have a rethink. Okay, I'm going to stick another £40 on the pot, and that's me done. 240, and I know it's not a lot of money for this wonderful collection, and I'm about to get told off, I think.
Not at all. You know, there are buyers of Beswick. Well, there's a mixture here, isn't there?
And Royal
Beswick
Albert,
and Royal
yeah.
Albert. But, you know, we have some great Beswick buyers that watch the show, and it always amazes me we get very good prices. Now, I feel with Karen, probably she's looking at this commercially and she's thinking, I'll give that price because I know I can sell them. Hopefully at the auction we will get a little bit more, and so I shall look forward to seeing you at the auction, and hopefully the Beswick buyers will come out.
Davey's totally right. Your best option is to go to auction. So, have you ever been to an auction before?
No.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. So keep that hand down.
Okay.
And thanks very much. And
Thank you
watch
very
the
much,
figures.
Karen.
So it's off to the sale room for Stephanie's Beatrix brood. Has she made the right decision? Let's find out as it goes under the hammer of auctioneer William Rouse.
She can't make it here today. I'm looking after her interests. Did she make the right decision by turning down the 240 quid? The estimate is £300 to £400. The reserve is 300 quid. Are they going to make that? Well, the Duke says yes. I think they're worth more than 300 quid. Let's see what the room says. Here we go now.
I'm glad to say I've got a load of interest in this lot. They're in good condition too. I'm straight in at £300.
Straight in at £300. That's the reserve.
£300 with me. That's £300. You all done finished? I'm going to sell it then. £300. At £300 then, it's gone.
£300 on the reserve, and even with the deductions, we're sending off to her £246. Good on you, Stephanie. You made the right choice.
Coming up, we'll find out why size matters for Ian.
It's too big now.
Too big? Never big enough.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Next up, there's a deal awaiting Janice Kehoe. It's Julia with her Majolica bowl.
My sisters and I inherited this. We didn't really like it when we were children, but we'd like about 120, 150 for it.
Ooh, let's hope Janice likes it if you want that kind of money, Julia. David and auctioneer William Rouse are standing by to help.
What an interesting piece of Majolica you've brought in today.
Yes.
How did you come to own it?
Well, my mother inherited it back in the 60s. As children, we didn't like it. We thought it was ugly and it was rather scary.
Yeah.
And then my sisters and I have inherited it from my mother when she passed away last year. And we thought this was the time to sell it, as none of us really want to own it.
Right, OK. And have you ever used it?
No.
No?
What would it be used for?
I think it's mainly for decorative use, but I think it probably look nice with some grapes hanging over the side.
Yes, that's true. Might make it look a little more pretty.
Yeah, definitely. It is quite a soft paste, the Majolica, and it seems to have had a bit of a hard life.
Yes.
The crocodile's head's been popped back on,
yeah.
And there's a few chips on the bottom, and there is quite a big crack on the body of it. It is known as palissyware, and typical example with lizards, newts, and worms and beetles and things. They're all over the place. That's a typical way that you can tell it's palissyware.
Whenever I look at these pieces, William, I think, blimey, would you want to live with them, this palace-style ware, with their serpents and their lizards and all manner of things on them, but they are quirky and interesting. What do you know about this particular example?
Well, Bernard Palissy was producing objects similar to that in the 1550s. He was a French Huguenot and was very, very successful. But people have been copying his wares ever since. And this is a Portuguese copy, we think. But it's damaged, and that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Where are you going to place your estimate?
Well, I've gone in at 120, 180, and I think that's plenty with the damage.
I think that's about right. Independent valuers, they're all in and around that area. They're kind of 150 to 2, so as low as 120, up to 200 for the top estimate. Now, our dealer has got a good eye, likes decorative items, but what is she going to put on the table? Let's find out.
I'll make you an offer and we'll see what we can do. All right, 20, 40, 60, £80.
No, I'm afraid we can't accept that.
OK, is it a long way away? Yeah. Well, I'll go to 100, and I think you need to take advice from David.
Right.
Well, I've had a good look at this, Julia. It's unusual. It's highly decorative. It's Portuguese Majolica.
Yes.
I would suspect this model is probably late 19th century. And I would have thought, because of the damage, it probably is worth 150, something like that, maybe a little bit more. It's interesting, it's quirky, it's different. I think it's an ideal piece to test the water at the auction with.
Yeah.
Okay.
OK, Julia, you've heard what David's got to say. What would you like to do?
Yes, I'll try the auction.
OK, thank you. Good luck at the auction.
Thank you very much.
You'll do really well.
Thank you.
There's too much damage for me, and I think auction is really the right place for it. Two people love it, it'll just run away.
Let's hope you're right, Janice, or will its damage make the bidder's blood run cold? It's off to the sale room to find out.
You turned down £100 from our dealer, Janice. It's here in the sale with a £130 reserve. Is it going to make it? It should do.
Lot 165A is the Portuguese Palissy type comport. Got a bit of interest in this lot. I'm straight in at 110, 120 and 120.
It's teetering on the edge of the reserve.
120 with me. At £120, 120.
OK, they didn't sell it at £120. It didn't quite make... Sorry?
I have got a commission bid of 110 left on it if you'd like to sell it.
There was a commission bid of 110. Do you want to take that? Yes. OK, we'll take that, sir.
OK, it's sold then.
So we're taking what's on the auctioneer's book at 110. Take away the commission, that's going to leave you with 90 quid.
That's all right.
Disappointed?
Not really, that's about what we expected.
OK, at least you know what it's worth. On the day, though, Janice, you were on the money at £100. That was the real deal.
Yes.
Well, you can't win them all, Julia. Now, let's get back to the dealer's den where this unusual item awaits. What is it, Karen?
Well, there's a rather large object appeared on my podium, which I'm rather thinking and hoping is a stereoscope. If it is, I'm in there.
Well, it is a stereoscope, but you've got to strike a deal first, Karen.
Keith, it's lovely to meet you.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. Wow, I'm so excited about what you brought in. It's a stereoscopic viewer, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
So how did it come to be in your possession?
Oh, well, my dear sister passed away and I become the owner of it. I have no real sort of use for it, really. And I thought, you know, the collectors and other people are most probably appreciate, you know, this machine, which is absolutely wonderful, and the pictures are staggering.
Yeah, well, you have to remember that cameras weren't really around. You know, they haven't been around for that long. And this was a wonderful opportunity for, in the 19th century, families to come together with some slides and have a real nice evening going through it. And this was a treasured item in the family in those days. We're talking to sort of mid to late 19th century, I'm guessing, with this one. I can't find any maker's mark on this, which is a bit of a shame, but that doesn't really matter. It's still a nice thing, and I love it. We've just got a selection of slides here, haven't we?
Yes.
And I've had a quick whiz through them, and they're fairly good on social history, aren't they? A lot of London scenes.
Scenes, yeah.
Yeah, smashing.
France, and all over the place.
And if we lift the lid here, I've had another look through. You've got all the mechanics in there. You can see where the slides go. And this handle on the slides moves the slides across.
That's right.
And they're called a stereoscopic viewer because that's literally, you're looking through here and you're looking at it in like double vision, aren't you, in stereo. So that's why they're called stereoscopic viewers.
Right.
Lovely, lovely thing, and I really like it.
Good.
So I'm going to try and buy it off you, Keith.
Right.
Hope you've got your selling hat on today.
Yep.
I've had a few of these, so I'm pretty au fait with them. Right, here we go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 240, 260, £280, Keith.
It's a start.
I saw you lick your lips then.
It's a start.
And you licked them again. You're obviously impressed.
No, they're very dry, actually.
Are they? You're shocked at how much I put down and at the amount, aren't you? It's a wonderful, wonderful amount.
And what I'm looking for is a shop.
What are you looking for?
Well, you could sneak up to 5, something.
No. It's not the quality of a £500 stereograph. It just isn't. Right. Okay. £300. Right, now my profit is starting to diminish hard and fast, whatever I put down. Right, there's £340 there. And that is a really fair offer.
Could manage a bit more on there, yeah.
Right, another 20, and then that's me done. There we go. 360.
About another 20 to do it?
You just want blood, don't you? Right, Keith, there's another tenner on the table and you pushed me to my absolute limit. Have we got a deal?
I think I'll take it towards you.
But you just said you wanted another 20.
Yeah, we ain't got 20.
Oh, God. I'm exhausted, Keith. Look, there's your 20. Have we got a deal?
Oh, I recognise that now, yeah.
Oh, all for a tenner.
All for a tenner.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Now, back to the den where Ian's in for a bit of bling.
Aquamarine and diamond.
That's it.
Yes. And how long have you had it?
I've had it for about 40 years now. I had it made for me, but it's too big now.
Too big? Never big enough.
I know. Yes, I did live in India for many years. So I had it made there.
Why did you pick one that has so much green in it? You know what I mean?
Well,
it's not.
Yeah.
Unless it's the light, I'm not too sure.
It varies. Yeah, it looks green under these lights, but it's more bluey
Is
green.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly, I don't know why, but whenever we take Indian gold or European gold, when we take it into our assay office in this country, it never comes up to the British standard.
Yeah, they have specific.
It always comes at 14 or 15.
This
or,
might be 14.
It could be 14.
Yes, probably
yes.
could be 14. Yeah.
There are some marks in the stone, and I'm not too sure whether there are scratches on the surface.
Yeah.
It has got quite a nasty chip on that side, on that shoulder side, and there's quite a big scratch through the middle.
Surprised.
Yeah, we'd have to take the stone out and repolish it to get rid of it. It wouldn't make a big difference to the stone that one would have to change the setting. It would just, tidy it up. Just tidy it up. So in value, what would I pay for it? 50, 100, 150, 200.
The diamonds are good.
200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. To me, that's what I would want to pay for it. If it was a more blue, I'd probably pay up to about 900 for it.
Not another 50. And then we have a deal.
Another 50.
Yeah.
You've been trained well.
Watch the
Our Indian habits.
No, I watched the program very well.
Watch the program. Beat them down. Beat them down. Okay, another 50. There you go. 550, and you're happy with it. Thank you, Eva. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting to buy it because of its color, but I've bought it with its faults, and I'm sure once I've sorted it out, I will sell it.
Well, we'll find out later if you do, Ian. Coming up, Simon finds out this lady's no pushover.
Well, I'm going to make you an offer for it. I'm not quite sure how impressed you're going to be with my offer. £350.
No, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed?
No.
Does Simon stand a chance? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal in St Albans. The den's still wall-to-wall with treats for our dealers, and Janice is next in the frame.
I like these etchings. They're interesting, they're unusual, and I'm going to see if I can get them for about under £100.
I definitely won't take anything under 100, that's for sure.
Oh, well, that's not what Janice has in mind, Francine. Let battle commence.
You brought along a really interesting pair of etchings. They look to be 19th century. And
yes.
Who are they?
They're the Duke and Duchess of York.
Yeah.
I bought them about 30 years ago because I really liked them and I wanted them.
Yeah.
And now, unfortunately, they live in a drawer. So
Oh, what a shame.
I know, but it doesn't, fit in with anything else that I have.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they're very interesting. They're actually in quite good condition as well. And I notice on the back that this one's got a little label saying the Duchess of York.
Yes.
So it is nice to actually be able to identify who they are. So that's interesting. The frames are metal, and they're actually very, very carefully worked. There's an awful lot of effort gone into putting all the detail on and the chasing of the beading around there. So whilst they do appear to be quite simple etchings, there's an awful lot of work just in the frames alone.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
So 20, 40, £60. How's that?
Not enough, I'm afraid.
Not
no.
enough?
No.
Right, am I a long way away?
A fair bit,
A
yes.
fair bit?
Yes.
OK. Well, they are nice, but I have to make a profit out of these. And whilst I'd like to be fair to you, I do have a living to make. So let's see. So if I go, what about £80?
No, that is below what I paid for
That's
them
below
30
what
years
you
ago,
paid
so
for
I
them.
wouldn't sell them
Right.
for that.
OK. Well, let's go, we'll try, there's 100, 120, 130.
I'm going to stop you from saying anything, Francine, before I put my twopenneth in here and tell you that the independent valuers and the auctioneer, they vary, but they vary as low as 80 to 120 and they go up to 150. I think Janice's offer of £130 with no deduction is a fair offer on the table. I would advise take the money.
OK, Francine, you've heard what David has to say. What would you like to do?
I think that's a fair offer, but if you put another £5 on the table, we've got a deal.
OK. There we are. 135. Do we have a deal?
We do.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm really pleased with those.
Oh, so am I.
Lovely.
Thank you.
I did want to pay less than £100 for them. I paid 135. I got carried away, but they're really nice engravings and I'm pleased with them.
Right, let's head back to the den for Simon's next deal with Catherine and her designer watch.
I paid £800 in 1980 and I'm hoping today to get near the price that I paid for it.
I'm always nervous with wristwatches because I know sometimes people do have great expectations for them. We'll have to see where we go with this one.
Could be a tricky one. Time to get down to business.
Catherine, you've bought in a ladies' Gucci wristwatch. Now, what can you tell me about this watch?
I bought the watch in Bond Street in April 1980. I don't wear it anymore, so...
Is it something in working order? Is the watch working?
It needs a new winder.
Needs a new winder. It's an 18-karat gold watch, and Gucci is a very nice, big brand name, but you do pay for those big brand names when you buy them. Personally, and I can only base this on my experiences, I've never done that well with Gucci watches second-hand, and it doesn't seem to have, say, the appeal of Jaeger-LeCoultre or a Rolex or something like that. But it's a nice little tank watch, and the fact that it's 18-karat gold obviously is quite good as well. But I'm going to make you an offer for it. I'm not quite sure how impressed you're going to be with my offer, but I'm going to try. I would like to offer you today £100, £200, £300, £350.
No, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed? No. Catherine, can I ask you quite clearly, what sort of money are you looking for it?
More than 350.
Well, let me tell you what the independent valuers say, Simon. They're all in unison here, the auctioneer and the independent valuers. They're £600 to £800. The case is 18-karat gold, and making allowance for the movement, there is £600 worth of precious metal as per today. I'm going to go away again and leave Simon to make his calculation what he wants to pay, if he wants to pay any more, and then we'll make a decision whether to take that money or go to auction.
All right. Well, I have to say, I am quite surprised that there's that much gold in it. Obviously, that does have a great bearing on the price, so I'm immediately going to put some more money down. There's 350 there, that makes it 400. There's £500 there now, Catherine. I don't want to pay any more than 500 for it.
That's your final offer?
It's going to be my final offer.
OK. I think I'll deal.
You're going to deal. Thank you very much for coming in today. It's a pleasure meeting you.
I think it was the right thing to do to accept the trader's offer of 500. It was always going to be a risky chance going to auction, so I'm very happy.
Just a small amount of gold can represent a lot of money, and today it was my money.
Coming up, is Karen's bark worse than her bite?
Oh, I just think it's a bit of fun.
Bit of fun?
Yes.
Betty, I'm trying to buy it off you. Don't say it's a bit of fun.
Find out after the break.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The items are still coming in thick and fast, but there's only time for one more deal. How much is that doggy in the dealer's den?
So excited. I love doggy paintings. Gonna try for that one.
But will you try hard enough for Betty, Karen?
And you bought me something rather lovely, haven't you?
Whether you like dogs.
I love dogs, so you got the right person. Good start. Tell me the story. I'd love to know the story.
My husband and I, we went to a Boy Scouts jumble sale at the church down by the station in St Albans, and that was offered for 2 and 6, which is on the back, chalked on, and he offered a shilling in those days, about 50 years ago, and that's the story of it.
It's by an artist, Arthur Wardle, who I believe died in about 1949 when he was approximately 80 years of age. And if we look at this painting, clearly it's the subject of a rather adorable dog, isn't it? I'm guessing sort of about 1910, 1920s, possibly when it was painted. He's nicely painted. If you took that name away, you'd say it's a nicely painted dog painting, but of no great skill or art to it. It's reasonably well done. But you add that name to it, and that sort of changes the picture.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about the artist in this case, and it is very adorable, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's lovely.
Is it going to be a bit of a wrench, Betty?
It will be, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's time to go, is it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm really going to try and buy it because I do like it. But at the end of the day, I have to pay a price that I think I can make a little bit on it. So that's my constraint. And you've got to make as much as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Right, 50, 100, 50, 200, 250.
No.
No? Oh, I was hoping that was going to be really tempting.
No.
I can't be that far away. 250, 270, 290 pounds.
No.
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 This is my last bid. And I'm just going to fill the pot up to £300 with another tenner. So you've got to go to what, 350 to 370 at auction.
Well, first of all, Betty, does that sound a lot of money in comparison to what your husband paid for it 50 years ago?
Oh, yes, I suppose so, but it's still not enough.
Well, I think you know your own mind. Let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. They say 350 to 450, and they say 4 to 6. But it may well be that our dealer Karen here, who is looking steely at the moment, like this, probably is in a waiting game. She may be willing to put down more money. I believe Karen, who is a great commercial dealer, knows the value of this and knows that commercial name can sell it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Once I say final, that's final. I'm going to put another 20 quid, and I don't think you're happy with it, are you?
No, I just think it's a bit of fun.
Bit of fun?
Yes.
Betty, I'm trying to buy it off you. Don't say it's a bit of fun.
I think there's a lot of people who might have a dog like that might like it.
I agree. Totally agree. I love it.
You know, because we all loved it.
Yeah.
And
you just want a bit of fun at auction, don't you?
Yes, it would be interesting to see.
Well, make
what
sure
it's
he
like.
gives you some fun. Good luck, Betty.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Really sad not to get it, and good luck to her. Not.
£1,000. 270.
So, Betty, coming up now is this beautiful little dog picture. I think it's got a lot of charm. We are a country of dog lovers. There's a reserve of 350 quid. Is it going to make it? Well, we're finding out now. It's coming up now.
Arthur Wardle, oil on canvas, 45A. Nice picture of a dog. There it is, and bit of interest in that.
Bit of interest.
I bid 250 for it to start.
Straight in at 250.
260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 320, 340, 350.
350 on the internet.
380.
380? Internet's come to life. There's 2 or 3 bidders on the internet bidding against each other.
You all done? On 400?
400. 420.
450.
450 now.
480.
3 or 4 bidders on the internet. They're bidding against each other.
This picture is in. £480. We seem to have settled at 480. Are you all done and finished? £480.
£480. Did I hear you say that's not bad, Betty?
Not bad, no.
Betty was very confident. It's not bad, she said. I thought it was a very good result. They've got some commission to take away. I make that about £393 that you're taking home. Happy on the day?
Very happy.
We're very happy. £480. Woof, woof for that doggy under the gavel, taking home £393. That was the real deal.
Congratulations to Betty. That shilling was money well spent. Now, let's see if any of our dealers found themselves in the doghouse when it came to making a profit today. Ian wasn't panting for Yvonne's bling.
Why did you pick one that has so much green in it?
He still laid down £550 though, but it remains unsold.
Happy with it.
He fell for Maria's Brazilian charm when it came to her clock.
Shine like you.
It shines like me.
Yeah.
Though he wound up with a profit on his £30. Janice was pushed to buy the miniature portrait for £135 by this tough cookie.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
Not enough?
No.
Well, they are nice, but I have to make a profit out of these.
And so she did. Karen was at her wit's end with Keith's stereoscope.
Oh, God. I'm exhausted, Keith. Look, there's your 20. Have we got a deal?
I recognise that now, yeah.
Oh, all for a tenner.
After laying down £380, she got her paws on a profit. But today's pedigree dealer is Simon. He was heads above the rest when he bought a cast-iron Neptune.
You've got £160. I'm taking it back to Brighton. Everybody's happy.
It didn't stay with him for long. And time was on his side when he made an offer of £500 for a designer watch.
Just a small amount of gold can represent a lot of money, and today it was my money.
Andy was right when it turned out to be a nice little earner, proving that time is money. Well done, Simon.
We've had a really enjoyable day here in the sale room. Great crowd of people, a lot of action, a lot of buying and selling and bidding. I always like to see that. That's what the show is all about. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.